How many of you have seen this before? Good. Now every blowing shell, I want you to know, that has a man-made hole. We have to make this hole. And once the hole is made, if you ever have a chance to blow a conch shell, and it don't matter who you are, male, female, boy, girl, no matter what. If you ever have a chance to blow a conch shell and you want it to work, the key is you have to take a nice deep breath, make your lips real tight and buzz. Just like that. So everyone sit straight up, take a deep breath, and buzz. Pretty good, pretty good. Now if you only blow air, you're only going to hear air. But if you buzz,
sorry, it's okay.
Thank you. Really, it's nothing. You just press the button right back here. No, if you can buzz your lips for at least 5 seconds or longer, which is very common for conch shell blowers, then you can do the very same thing. Once you get this buzz going, if you ever want to send out a signal, tap your tongue behind your buzz. You want to change the pitch of the sound, stick your hand in and out of the shell. So to send out messages, our ancestors would combine the two like this. The conch shell. Wow, you're enjoying this, aren't you? Wow, isn't it like watching Discovery Channel? Those of you standing up there, come on in, find a seat, please. I'm going to open this front row here now. Those of you who want to come and sit down. We got seats on that side and a couple more seats on this side. Get out of the sun, you might turn brown like me. 49 years of in the sun, this is what happens. Now cousins, this is just the ancient side of our Hawaiian music. Our modern music didn't start until the 1800s. Now back in the 1830s, our third king of Hawaii, his name was Kamehameha III, King Kauikeaouli. He loved to travel and took a trip to California. Touring through California, one of his last stops was a place called San Diego. Now there in San Diego, he was invited to this big rodeo show. And he met a group of Spanish-Mexican cowboys, became real good friends, and brought them back here in the 1830s so they could teach his men here how to raise cattle and horses. When these cowboys came, they brought with them the guitars, and during their spare free time when they were not doing cowboy work, they were teaching the Hawaiians how to play this instrument, not knowing that one day the Hawaiians would become expert guitar players. And a lot of people to this day, honestly, when they see us with this instrument, they think this is the Hawaiian guitar. Well, it's not. We just make it look good. Now, back in the 1830s, these cowboys only came on a very short contract. But before they went back to California, they gave a few of their guitars to their Hawaiian friends as gifts. But what they forgot to do before they left was teach the Hawaiians how to tune this instrument. Now, luckily, through Christian hymns and choirs, early missionaries did teach Hawaiians how to read music and the difference between major and minor keys. With that knowledge of music, all our Hawaiians did was tune a guitar to an open major chord. This tuning to the major chord is called kiho'alu, or in English, slack key. Everyone? My guitar is tuned or slack to the key of G. Now, do I have any guitar players in the audience that know? A little guitar, good. You just shout the answer if you know. How many fingers do you need to hold down the basic key of G? 3 fingers, good. Or you can use all 4. My guitar is tuned like this. I got 3 Ds, I got 2 Gs, to hold my chords, I don't need 3 or 4 fingers. All I need is just one finger. This is the G, C, and the D. 3 major chords. How many fingers? 1. Wow. I'm just dirty like yeah. See, because when we play slack key, we don't strum, we pluck. Like this. You want to hear a secret? I've been playing music for 41 years now. This day, I still cannot read music. But the thing is, if you learn Hawaiian style, this is from your heart, and you sit down and watch, it really comes quickly. Now, another true story about the guitar happened in 1885. There was a 15-year-old Hawaiian boy. His name, Joseph Kekuku. Everyone? At the age of 15, was a very talented young musician. Well, one day after school, he was walking home from school playing his guitar while walking on a railroad track behind his home, when he stumbled across a little steel spike. He picked it up to take it home, and as he was walking with the spike in his hand, for some reason he began rubbing the spike on the strings of his guitar. It made a very unique sound. Well, he found a way to cut a piece of that spike, just so it could fit in his hand, a little piece. He went home that day, sat down with his guitar across his lap, and began to play it like this. At the age of 15, Joseph Kekuku invented the first Hawaiian steel guitar right here in this town, La'i, in the year of 1885. Then in 1927, he moved to California, where he established a little school and taught steel guitar for many, many years. Believe it or not, some of his students end up moving to a place called Nashville, Tennessee, where they introduced the sound of the steel guitar to country music. So when people listen to country music today and hear the sound of the steel guitar, they have no clue that they're listening to a little touch of Hawaiian at the same time. And that's why I'm very proud to say that we Hawaiians, we're born with country music in our blood. Finally, in 1887, there was a big ship from the Madeira Islands who brought Portuguese sailors to Hawaii, helped us with the sugarcane industry. They brought this little oval-shaped mandolin they called the burguinha. Well, that mandolin inspired the Hawaiians to shrink down the size of the guitar and come up with our final instrument we call ukulele. Everyone? Ukulele. Now that is the correct pronunciation of this instrument. This is not the ukulele, but the ukulele. And the reason, 2 Hawaiian words put together. Here in Hawaii, the uku is a little tiny bug known as the head lice. And the word lele means for the little bug to jump up and down. So in English, this instrument is called the jumping lice. Now, Hawaiians gave you this name only because of the actions. You know, whenever someone had ukus, they hit ichi, you see them scratching. Well, the more you scratch, the more the bugs jump all over the place. And the same is true with this instrument. It'll never function unless someone picks it up and starts scratching. And as we scratch, our fingers, they start to jump.